It's Martinsville week, and I've got some revenge built up. Well, I would have some revenge built up had it not been for one such GM reaching out to me from their Pontiac division. Apparently, they're sending me a letter, and that letter reads, I wanted to personally reach out to you regarding the recent issues with your current racing program with Pontiac and the engine issues you have experienced the last few weeks, and us no longer providing your team manufacturer support. Which is true. They're not supporting me. I'm having to do this all by myself. All my cars were built way before the season started, and before I even was told that they were like changing to just all Chevys, which they would have told me. But because I was a small team, didn't have a lot of money, I couldn't make a switch yet. Due to the recent climate in our racing division and the rumor of a new manufacturer entering the sport, we decided to pull the rest of our funding, and as of this moment, I'm no longer allowed to run Pontiac on my NASCAR ride for the rest of the season. Well, too bad. I'm gonna run it on my car. Y'all can't stop me, GM. We were informed of you potentially swapping to one of the new manufacturers, potentially coming into the sport, and you must cease all logos and Pontiac branding on your race cars. Man, why does this sound familiar? Not gonna happen. At this time, I wanted to say to the remaining teams running Pontiac, we appreciate your many years of support. Run a Chevy or go screw yourself, and screw your engines too for good measure. All teams continuing to run Pontiac branding will be fined $50,000 per race. That's great. I appreciate it so very much. Thank you. Thank you for reaching out to me about this while we were in probably one of the lowest points of our season coming out of Charlotte. Now we go into Martinsville with more than just a chip on my shoulder. And by the way, that whole $50K per race that y'all are gonna find me, it doesn't matter. I've already worked out a deal with my new manufacturer. That $50K, it ain't gonna be so much. Just saying. So, with that out the way, let's head on to Martinsville. If you guys missed it in the last episode, things got really tense between me and Ford. So tense, in fact, that now Jeff Gordon is the points leader. And if I'm not mistaken, we were taken out by a Ford driver. The only people to DNF in the race. And John Andretti won. Let's not forget that fun part. John Andretti won the race. So, if you're looking for me to get some revenge, today is going to be the day where I'm going to get me some revenge. Because Martinsville is that paperclip, the half-mile demolition derby that it is. And today, I want my payback. So, if you're a Ford driver running around me, just to let you know, you might be getting a nice little bumper, or 2, or 10, or 5, or 20. Either way. Let's go to Martinsville, Virginia. Let's go racing, and let's go see exactly what's to come in today's episode. All right, so qualifying will be one shot for us. We're going to try our best. I don't know why we were in second gear coming off the corner, but down into 1 and 2. You know what? I'm going to downshift. I think we've got a car for it. Coming off the corners, grabbing every gear, coming back up. Ooh, downshifting again, up to the wall. That's fine. We'll just do a modified Hail Melon. How about that?
Looking good. Keep digging.
And pole. Let's see if we can set a record here. 19.18. I guarantee we faster than everybody else. Let's go to the track.
Hello, everyone. We're glad you could join us at the historic Martinsville Speedway for today's Subway 500 on MRN. Barney, these pit crews will be busy all race long. Martinsville is known for great fender-to-fender racing.
Yeah, the short, flat, and narrow surface causes a lot of cars to get together here. Sometimes it's unintentional, but usually it's a friendly reminder of who's running around you.
The NBC car is going to be a force for the championship with his impressive finishes.
Oh yeah, to have an average finish in the top 10 for the season is mighty impressive. It can often be the difference that wins the championship.
For the record, I beat the pole time by 0.2 of a second. So Jeff Gordon on my outside is going to get me on the corner because we don't have great turn in right now, but that's okay. We'll get it back.
Got one on.
Oof. Definitely wheel hop going down that corner.
26.
Definitely not a happy car right now. We're going to probably have to make another adjustment, maybe something on the wedge.
You're in second.
Actually, I think I'm carrying way too much speed into the corners. Generic chassis are just tight. Oh my gosh. Kurt Busch.
We're catching them, buddy. Stay you with it.
Can't afford another DNF.
17, down low.
But I can definitely afford to rough up some feathers of these Ford guys since they decided to gang up on me at Charlotte.
They're on both sides.
So getting on the outside was not great, but we've got 88 laps to make something happen. So let me just kind of bear down
Interval to the leaders about
and just get into a rhythm here. That's all we need to do. A rhythm is fine.
we're clear.
I feel like the car is getting just enough draft to be too tight. That's the issue.
Getting away from you.
I've lost 5 seconds to Jeff Gordon, and by the way, haven't led a lap. The highs and lows of this sport, man.
1968. Don't let them run away from you. Stay on them. Okay.
Mr. Martinsville himself is trying to pass me. I'm going to avoid downshifting now, just to kind of make sure we got some drive off.
After these guys now. Far high.
As Rusty Walls gets into my right rear quarter panel.
42. Down low. Okay, we're clear.
Jimmy McMurray is right behind me. I'm going to try to fight Rusty Wallace here, but I think it's a losing battle at this point.
Number 2 is looking high. Still there.
Man, I feel like the the leaders
Passes left in there.
are definitely proving to me that I should have had a short track car built, but I went ahead and decided to focus on the road course side of things. But well, don't worry, we'll get all this taken care of when we move into next season. Car is just like mad tight. It's almost like it's just way too stiff on the springs. Oh, I'll see the 21 car back there. If he gets to me, I'm going to send him. I'm going to send him. I'm going to send Dale Jr. I'm going to send the 88 car, and just for good measure, I'm going to send Mark Martin too. I'm not lying. I'm going to send these guys. If I can get my bumper to them, they getting sent.
1946. We're running strong. Now let's work our way to the front. On high.
See, I haven't forgotten Charlotte.
He's gonna make things tough on you.
Charlotte was the race that I felt like we probably could have won had we just been a little bit better. We were going to get better once we got that damage fixed. Why are we 3 wide? Is that another Ford? It's a pair of Fords. Elliot, you had some big crashes later on in your career. I don't want to be the first person that hits you with another large crash, buddy. No offense to those who like Greg Biffle, but he is the weakest of the Roush guys this season. I can't let him get by me. I can let somebody else get by me. But Biffle? No. That's bad.
Did we miss the car setup? The 29 car is inside. Watch out.
Tight.
Everything okay with the car?
No, it's tight. I don't know how we can adjust this either. I think I mean, I can try my best, but I don't know how we're going to readjust this car. Got into the wall, lost 3 more spots.
Keep him behind you if you can.
Not going to lie to you. I want to run this race so dirty, but now that we're halfway on fuel, I think the AI guys can probably make it, and I can't. So if we stop because of a caution and have to go 50 laps, I won't be able to make it.
Carlo,
With what gap was that there, Michael Waltrip?
still there. 2012. You're a little off the pace.
Dive bomb.
Car looks okay. Number 15 is outside. I think you can expect a little something.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna mess with the DEI boys today.
The best place for him is in your rear view mirror. The 8 car, it's up high.
What you gonna do, Junior?
We're clear. 1973. That one was off the pace. Stay focused, buddy. Car inside.
I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna just straight up dive bomb me.
Trying to block you.
Well, guess what, Junior? I can dive bomb back.
Way to get ready, buddy. Car down low.
And I immediately just washed out the track. Okay.
Okay, we're clear. 2019. Get back on it.
I don't want to say this, but Jeff Gordon has essentially almost lapped the entire field right now. Car is just too tight, like way too tight right now. I'm not worried about Michael Waltrip. He's going to be a non-factor for the rest of the season anyway. I see Jeff Gordon in my rear view. This ain't good.
93.
We're so off that I've either held up half the field or Jeff Gordon is just setting lap record times here. I'm gonna slice across Jeff Gordon's nose.
5 cars are on their way into the pits. Be careful, man. We're starting to tick this guy off.
Got Jeremy Mayfield a little upset, but that's fine. I've got to fight him.
2077. How's the car setup feel? Our time's a little off.
Can't lose a lap to the championship leader here.
Off another position. All clear, buddy.
Perfect. I held on until he had to come down pit road. Now we just got to survive the pit cycle as long as we can.
1986. Get back on your marks now. We're slipping a little on the clock. Harlow. Gas tank's almost dry. Time to fill her up. Clear. Easy, man. Now he's gonna be gunning for us. Got one down low.
Can't drive like I'm not there, Mikey. Yellow's out. That's perfect.
Start finish line, but we are under caution. The yellow flag is
Oh, Kenny Wallace
a problem out on the race.
just loses it in the corner. And I think Jeff Gordon is a lap down. That's crazy. Yes, we're off the pace. I'm going to come down pit road. We're going to make some changes to the car. We're going to hopefully fix this problem, because this is a problem. All right, so I'm going to go another whole round down on the wedge. 4 tires, fuel, repair the damage, of course, and do a tire pressure adjustment and see if that helps us at some point, because our car is bad. And we make a mistake as soon as we have to start it up. Just saw Joe pass me on pit road. Pace car is now coming off of 4 because that's how far back we were.
Most of the field stayed out that time, so there will be a lot of cars in front of us.
In 9th, out 7th. So that's pretty cool. And we're on the lead lap. And look who's in front of me. Someone I don't like.
We're back under action.
86, 19.
The leader's got you by 2 seconds.
For the most part, the car couldn't really drive for 40 laps. Car's a little bit looser, but not too bad.
20, 80.
You're looking great from where I'm sitting. How's the car feel?
Number 88, up high.
Try to keep him behind.
I chose not to send him because I feel like Jeff Gordon might be lapped down here. And if he is, I don't want to give him a chance to get a free pass back around to the lead.
19, 30.
Actually, once we get off this corner, we'll check the standings. I don't do this often, but let's do it. So we're going to check the standings. Casey Kane's currently the leader. How many cars on the lead lap? Because I know we're 1. Jeff Gordon is on the lead lap. He is 19th. Somehow he survived not getting lapped on pit road. There's several other cars who are laps down in 22nd on the way back. Even Joe and Steven are lapped. Some guys are 2 laps down. Crazy. Okay, Steven's 2 laps down. That's bad.
Still there.
Okay. Now that I know what's going on, I can't in good consciousness cause some cautions as much as I would love to. When I say cause, I mean get my payback. So,
They're all around.
large part of me wants my payback, but it looks like I won't be able to get away with said payback.
Wants to get by you. Okay, we're clear. Number 15 is trying to block you.
Yeah, I just doored Ryan Newman. No big deal. Car is going to look like it's been to heck and back at this point.
Good job.
Apparently the 32 car didn't make a pit stop, so he's on pit road. Apparently some guys didn't make pit stops at all, so they're all hitting pit road.
Put another behind you.
Let's try to race a little cleaner.
Excuse me, Kevin Harvick.
19.
Do you not see me up here?
Okay, buddy, we're fast closing on the leader.
I'm going to assume it has something to do with the 0 car. Wait, does that mean I get a chance to put Dale Jarrett in the wall?
1979.
That speed will get us to the front. Keep it up.
The urge to put Dale Jarrett in the wall. I actually want to put Dale Jarrett in the wall. I did say payback was coming, didn't I? This could be my chance to get some payback. I am 4th in the standings because of where I'm running. Excuse me.
42.
Got into Joe a little bit there.
By 2 seconds. 3 wide. Hold that line.
I chose not to put him in the wall.
All over your back bumper. 3 wide.
I'm now just going to drive through people.
Take this guy off. Still beside you. 1946. You're gaining on the leader.
Excuse me, Jimmy Johnson.
All clear, buddy.
Get as many spots as I can here on this restart.
Contact with car number 17. Best place for him.
You're a Ford driver? I don't care about you.
Clear all around. 19-2. Running strong. Now let's work our way to the front. The leaders are about a second and a half ahead. Easy, man. Now he's going to be gunning for us.
I don't care if he guns for me or not.
Got one outside.
He's in a Ford.
Car's
Ford literally sabotaged me last race.
number 4.
So screw him. All right, I think I did what I needed to do. I've got as far as I can through a combination of sheer driving
He's not too happy with
skill.
1995.
But now that I'm up here, it doesn't matter if I start to drift back again
97 car.
because now we're back near the front and all we got to do is just kind of become like a roadblock if we're not too tight.
More spots. The race leader's got 3 seconds on you. I'd be real surprised if he doesn't try something. Okay, we're clear. Number 97. Made some contact. We're okay. The 97 car.
Kurt Busch got on his brakes a lot harder because he was trying to get Matt Kenseth around me. Our car has been through heck and back, but you know what? It's still ticking.
Yellow flag. Yellow flag out on the racetrack.
I think I lost some debris. Yeah, I lost some debris. That's okay. Look, a reset.
After an accident on the backstretch.
Yeah, I lost some. Yep, lost a fender. Well, if that don't tell you how everything is going, then I don't know what will. But it wasn't even close to falling off. It just decided to say, you know what? I quit on this car. Get me out of here. Man, my car is torn up from the floor up. But you know what? We're okay. Because now we're 10 points behind Jeff Gordon. And we got a bunch of lappers on the inside. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to try to get back to the lead. Excuse me, Brian Vickers. You're in the way. Kurt Busch. Matt Kenseth.
Leader's right there. If he slips up, make your move.
Ah, Matt Kenseth.
Clear all around.
I got slammed by Matt Kenseth. I think he knew what I was trying to do to his teammate. It's okay.
78. 10
Just got to send a dive on Jimmy.
car outside. The 97 car is putting a block on you.
And then get back to Kurt Busch. I'm at Kurt Busch.
Ease up a little.
Perfect. Now we're back in second.
62.
Oh, man. Driving standards are out the window in this race. I'm so sorry for everybody who's watching.
2 point.
I know what you guys are probably thinking. Man, like Neko he can't drive. He can't drive at all. But guess what? I can drive. The problem is the car is just way too tight. And now I'm just in self-preservation defense mode. Because you guys saw when I was outside the top 10, I lost 2 more positions in the standings.
76.
If we're going to try to defend our title, we can't lose to positions in the standings, especially now with Texas road course coming up on the schedule. Let Kurt Busch try something. I'll send a real message to Ford.
68.
Sacrifice the heck out of this car for this.
Nothing damaged. Keep digging, buddy. Got one high.
Bump and run, huh?
20, 58.
Have you met the cousin of that called the dump and run?
Easy now.
Up.
Gonna need some of that grip.
I had to preserve. I had to press X. I'm so sorry. But we're still going to finish in the top 5. So that's all that matters. And Casey Kane wins.
It's a good, strong finish. Nice job.
Driving standards out the window. But a top 5 nonetheless.
There sure were a lot of cautions in this one.
Yeah, I'm sure the drivers would have rather seen more green flag laps, especially the guys who ran out front most of the race.
The NBC car will get a top 5 for his efforts.
Well, it may not be a win, but a top 5 in this NASCAR Winston Cup Series, still a great accomplishment.
The 53 car had some problems on the track with the 17 car.
I'm not sure how all this got started, but now that they have a little history on the track, it'll be something to watch in the weeks ahead.
We're out of time here at MRN. We hope you enjoyed today's race, and we'll see you next time.
I made so many rivals in this race. Probably unnecessarily, but you know what? It's whatever. I don't care. The good news is we got a top 5. And the race ended under caution, which was actually not my intention to have the race ended in caution. I did not get my exact revenge on Dale Jr., Dale Jarrett, or any of the other Ford boys for that matter, like the 21 car. So that sucked. But I made a lot of new enemies, so things are going to get really interesting going forward, probably against my will. At any rate, Casey Kane wins, Matt Kenseth, Kurt Busch, Jamie McMurray, we finished 5th. Jimmy Johnson, Joe Nemechek, Ricky Rudd, Rusty Wallace, and Kevin Harvick are your top 10, which is pretty cool. A little bit further down, Jeff Gordon did rebound to finish 13th after, hitting under caution or hitting before a caution. And the caution came out for Kenny Wallace spinning, and then all of a sudden the 0 car comes off a pit road and causes a caution. There was a lot going on today in this race. Greg Biffle led a lap. Joe finishes 1 lap down the lead, 1 lap down car in 20 seconds. So maybe a sooner caution would have probably helped him get back onto the lead lap. And of course, I said before, Steven wound up being 2 laps down, and he stayed 2 laps down with John Andretti, by the way. John Andretti struggled today as well in the 45 car. So things weren't so hot for us. Yeah, things weren't so hot. Back to the shop, I guess. Well, we're back at home, and we get to go home for the Georgia 500. That's the good thing. And looking at the stand. Hey, yo. Wait. I lost the spot to Matt Kenseth, didn't I? Because Matt Kenseth got past me. I think Kenseth also led a lap. Bruh. So frustrating. So, well, that's great news. The better news is that Dale Jarrett is probably officially eliminated from winning the title. So is Tony Stewart. Casey Kane is just outside on the bubble with Rusty Wallace, John Andretti, Jeff Burton, also on that, outside reach bubble. Mark Martin is close enough to potentially make another charge back to the front. And remember now, he is the 03 series champion. So he is trying to get a second title before he is inevitably going to retire soon. Jimmy Johnson is looking for his first championship. Jeff Gordon is looking to add on to his trophy case. Matt Kenseth is looking for his first in this timeline, as well as Kurt Busch is also looking for his first. I am not happy about losing a spot to a Roush car or a Ford for that matter, but it's okay. We are 6 points behind Ford as well, so I've got to step it up at Atlanta, and I think we've got just the car to do that. At least that's what I'm hoping. With 4 races left in the chase, 4, we go to Atlanta, then we go to Texas, North Carolina, and then Homestead. And that will be the end of our series, for this season at least. This season has been impressively crazy, and I've enjoyed every single last bit of it. I hope you guys have too. We're going to go ahead and throw everything in for an overhaul, a little cheeky overhaul here for the Speedway stuff. I'm also going to sell this generic chassis to make up for the money that I am losing right about now. I'm not going to build anything new. I'm going to sell this generic engine, and I'm going to overhaul the other engine just because I can. 2 more races, man. In 2 races time, that's going to come in handy. I guarantee it. And then I'm going to sell this generic body and overhaul my last Speedway body here, or my second Speedway body. That way we have 2 Speedways and a road course. Season 3 is almost over. And I'm not gonna lie to you, that was a great stress relief and or upset anger relief after the whole Charlotte stuff. So sorry for the poor driving standards. I promise they'll get better in Atlanta and all the other tracks coming up. I promise. If you like today's video, make sure that like and subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 3,000 subs. If you like that video, stick around and watch some of the other videos on the channel. I'll see you guys next time. Be easy, everybody.